Hey everybody, Mr. Fritz here. In this problem, we are going to be factoring this quadratic expression. And so our goal at the end is to have something in the form x plus or minus something times x plus or minus something. That would be splitting this expression, this product, into two factors. That's what the goal is for a fully factored form. But to get there, we're going to have to do a little bit of work. So the first thing you always want to check for when you're factoring is whether or not there is a GCF in this quadratic. So is there a GCF? No, there is not. So what we're going to do, let me make that green. No, there is not. So what we're going to do next is we're going to check to see if this is a difference of perfect squares or a sum of a binomial squared, or excuse me, not the sum, but if this is the product of a binomial squared. So we're checking for special excuse me, special quadratic. And this isn't looking like a special quadratic. My key is whether or not this C term is a red flag, or is a perfect square. So this isn't a special quadratic. So basically what we're left with is to just factor normally here. So to do that, our A term is equal to 1, so that's nice. We want to look at the B term, and we want to look at the C term. Notice I circled the positive and the negative sign in here too. And we're going to play that game called Guess My Nums, and we're looking for two numbers. And the hints come from this B term and C term. The B term tells us that the sum of these two numbers is going to equal 5, and the product of these two numbers is going to equal negative 24. So I'm thinking of these two numbers, I'm trying to get what they are, and see if you can get what they are. You can feel free to pause now if you want to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward and say that these two numbers are going to be a positive 8 and a negative 3. If I were to add these two numbers together, I would get 5. If I were to multiply them, I would get, and now I'm just noticing here, this should say a negative 24. So if I multiply them together, I get a negative 24. So why do I want to find these two numbers, the positive 8 and negative 3? Well, those are the two numbers that become the back ends of the binomial factors that I'm building. So I can fill in my x's, and what am I going to put inside? Well, I'm going to take this plus 8, and I'm going to add plus 8. I'm going to take this negative 3, and I'm going to build the binomial x minus 3. My fully factored form is going to be x plus 8 times x minus 3. If you were to go ahead and multiply x plus 8 times x minus 3, guess what you would get out of it? Your original problem. And there you have it.